defenses. Taking down Polly, though, definitely makes it better. And that leaves nothing but Alyssa and JinNy towards the back of the site to defend and hold. Alluka instantly goes in, but no, the damage has been done. Alter Ego Celeste have lost a couple of players in this process, and that's going to be an easier retake for X10S.
Yeah, I mean, also bruised is enerii already. That's why there's going to be a double stack here in towards Hell. And the Prowler doesn't really see anybody else. So this might be a retake that's good for X10S. babytz takes the first one. Muffyn as well with the delivery. And Eisberg gets one with the frenzy. But she throws in the hunt and doesn't really catch anybody else.
Oh, come on.
And he's ready. It's gonna be the kill for Eisberg, delivering the 3K and a clutch for AECL.
Team, no more defusing for you, X10S.
Yeah, you take me for a fool? Not really. But actually, if X10S actually pushed forward, that would have been a different situation. But enerii strikes back against the rebels here of X10S. Instant headshot with the Bulldog. And JinNy's going to be another victim here of this weapon. Not unless JinNy predicts that there's going to be a push out. And still, enerii delivers the kill.
And unfortunately, at that distance, right click not too effective. Not yet. You got to be a little bit closer. She went in for the left clicks and they all whiffed. So that's going to be AECL pretty much securing this round in the bag. That said, they are still playing it safe as well, getting additional information. Ayumiii lurking towards the back tiles. Make it a flawless round, girls, because we want to bring this back. We do not want to let X10S get too confident after the previous map. Oh, swinging it out now. They find Polly. And that is the flawless win.
Yeah, great. And I feel like they're not going to hold back as well because they're moving forward. Prowler versus Prowler. Muffyn delivers a kill, a headshot against enerii. And they're one down.
Prowler spent two, and you just see Muffyn instantly rendezvousing away. That's one way to make use of it. They pick up the Bulldog, though, but the fact is that they've lost one member of their team. That leaves them with less control, with less resources to find duels now. X10S holding down Garden. They're leaving their turret to take care, turret or the alarm bot to take care of a main. It's great coverage. There's so much real estate being taken up by X10S, either through players or utility alone. Yeah. Now even pushing into pizza. That's going to get them spotted. Celeste has to be careful.
The care is there, and the haunt reveals their location. There's going to be a flash thrown in, but no kills just yet. But they don't really know that X10S is holding this from the site. Muffyn gets a kill against Alluka, and AECL with this still gets 2 out of the way. It's a 3v2 with X10S's members very happy and healthy. Prowler confirms there.
God.
And Hermation here comes in.
10 seconds though.
10 seconds left.
There's so much pressure for her, and even the Seas comes in. Decayed is Eisberg, and X10S deliver their first round.
Unfortunately, with the weapons that they had, they couldn't outduel them. That was the issue. This time around, though, full buys all across the board. And it's going to be AECL trying out different things to break open sites, pushing towards A main now.
Yeah, they're real big. Have each sites on a lockdown.
That's this composition.
Chamber here in B. The Killjoy there in A. They have nowhere else to go but mid. Right? And earlier on, enerii was the first one to fall down. And yesterday we saw them take so much space with just one trademark from enerii. And they need more of those utility coverage. And it seems as if X10S has that more in terms of their advantage.
Position is what this is. Interestingly enough, though, the Nebula allowed for enerii to sneak through. They send out the Nightfall. Cosmic Divide up as well. And it's just going to be a huge firefight on the other side now. Alluka wants to push up front, get a little bit closer, just to deal out damage. She takes out a quick double, but then JinNy trades right back. 2 on 3 as she rows back around Garden. The Cosmic Divide will drop, and enerii was already prepared for that curtain to fall. JinNy able to heal another. But still, 1-on-2. 20 HP. It's not going to be easy. She hears them underneath. She has a seize. Might be able to weaken their HP a little, but as soon as she falls, they will have the angle. So she's going to have to be very careful about this. Oh god, even the rendezvous away. Now where are you, enerii? She turns around, but her back's exposed as well. Iceberg with the swing, with the snap to her head. It's 3-1 in favor of alter Ego Celeste.
Great technical pause though. I hope they've sorted things out. A default play here. They're expecting a push from X10S because they're on an eco, but it's going to be a push there in B instead, not through mid. But confirmed is information guiding light. There's people behind that lobby. babytz has to be careful about this. They only have a headhunter and a stinger, but Muffyn gets a headshot against enerii. So sharp.
Headhunter still enough. And that is damage. However, pushing out into a main, Polly gets denied and punished. And that's the call for AECL now to rotate all the way over. They're thinking about it, but look at this. X10S are pushing out as well. They want to retrieve that weapon. I'm pretty sure that was heard though. So Alluka comes out with a swing now. Almost getting a second one, but Muffyn manages to long jump away back in towards B main. She managed to pick up the Vandal as well. So this is somewhat winnable for X10S, but the question is, where exactly are AECL headed towards?
It's looking like it's B at the moment. They double peek, but no damage done as well. Null command comes in just to make sure the tour de force isn't going to be active, nor the headhunter, but they don't really know that the phantom has been picked up. They have 12 seconds to push through,
10 seconds left.
but nabbsky taking the first kill. But Muffyn still delivers the kill. It's just down to Ayumiii, who is taken down by Alyssa.
As soon as AECL made a move, Muffyn knew how to react. Muffyn knew how to play around the drop onto his lane. And now she knows how to peek into A short, taking down enerii.
Yeah, that was both tour de forces out. Muffyn just had the advantage. A quick smoke there gave her that favor. And I'm not really sure if the timing was right or just X10S is just delivering all of these kills. And AECL giving them these kills in a silver platter. But what they don't know is that they've already gathered up here in a lobby. 4 of them here. But the Killjoy, they have it on lockdown, and Polly is anchoring it as well at the back of the site.
Cover going out.
I mean, look at the timing of these dark covers as well. It's just, it denies so much information for AECL. That's why they might have been bunched up towards A main, but they have no idea what's waiting on the other side for them. The Seekers being deployed by babytz as well just confirms the AECL are all towards top mid, towards A lobby, A main. It's gonna be tough. 20 seconds is all that remains, and they have to make a move. nabbsky now pushing in towards Garden, a bit of an A split. Polly sends out Paranoia just to hold them even further back. JinNy with the Nightfall as well, because the Nightmare descends upon them. Unfortunately, your dreams are all consumed and engulfed by the chains from Alyssa's Vandal.
On A main, they get all the kills, and now they are playing back. This is another default play for them. They want to go back short this time.
Oh my god. It's almost as if, like, with all of these setups from X10S, they are perfectly anti-stratting AECL every single round. The only way to deal with this is to push X10S back, and that's what they've done with the paint shells. Now, Alluka, showstopper in. She's looking for a frag. She saw the TP. Unfortunately, a little bit whiff, but still able to collect on the spray. Now, nabbsky, the rest of the squad, going in fast. They are able to seize the site. They are able to push JinNy back. They have to hold fast now, though, because the retake is hot on their heels.
Guiding Light also confirms there's nobody flanking them from mid. So they have an assumption that everybody else is here on the A site. This all boils down to the timing. nabbsky recovers the space. babytz gets a kill, and there he gets a trade, though.
Teleport's ready.
And she is marked as well. 13 HP for her. She rendezvous away. But here's another possible ninja defuse. Not too sure.
No, come on. Again? No way. They have no idea that nabbsky's coming in from heaven. She has to go fast, though. They did not hear it. Muffyn managed to stick yet another defuse.
Yep, that wasn't what happened, though. I mean, X and S, they're so good with these calls. It's just, oh well, I'll just defuse this. Objective wins, right?
It's unbelievable how confident, how brave they are in doing this as well. Here comes Ayumiii now, the perfect gravity well collection. Goes in for the B tank now because the site's been weakened with the rifles, with the firepower. Alter Ego Celeste claim the site.
Yeah, they're mad. They're mad. Okay, you got a diffuse against us. Now we just push forward. Go all together. Alyssa's the only one left, but she takes down Alluka. And they recover all the vandals that X and S left on the ground. That's good for AECL. It might be the start of another win and also economy refreshed for them.
Exactly. Just a great bargain, a great deal. A little bit of damage on towards Ayumiii. You might have lost Alluka as well. But off of that, 4 rifles and a round win. We're tied up 4-4. We're forcing Alyssa to save. It's a pretty good win in their books. But the fact is that they have to figure out how to repeat this sort of play. This round was won more as a result, perhaps, from XNS making a mistake, pushing up B main.
When they got the win, 4 vandals left on the ground, and Alyssa only the one saving that one for this one round. I mean, they need to get this win, or else they have to be forced to an eco for the next.
That's why they're trying out a different setup this time as well. I mean, look at that one-way dark cover towards B main. It gives them so much control that it's almost as if they want to funnel Alter Ego Celeste towards A. The thing is, though, I want to draw attention to Alluka, who's been a pretty strong duelist for this team, despite being a new addition as well. As she goes in with the raise, with the double satchel, she's able to bypass quite a bit. So I think it comes down to her and how she actually breaks open these sites. Aided by Ayumiii, though. She just might be able to take quick control over Tree and Garden. They go straight in. They might be able to kill Alyssa as well. Nightfall gets sent out. The team still holding back. Are they expecting a push from behind?
Probably, but the Cosmic Divide is giving Alyssa so much of this cover. This is her safe space, her curtain of comfort. And she still lives at the moment.
There.
Oh, hit spotted too. Iceberg.
Player standing.
Oh no, babytz finally gets her down. Enerii though with a kill, but a trade comes in.
In stressful situations like that, you gotta find the comfort in the discomfort. They kind of knew that it was going to be a push towards Generator, and that's why they were prepared for it. Crouched down, hunkered in, and now Muffyn is as well on towards B main. With the operator sounded off, again, Alter Ego Celeste have to reconsider how they want to divert their resources to taking the map, because B main might not be an option any longer.
But another confirmation what they are stuck here. babytz so ready for that push. And Ayumii's left here together with Iceberg, and they have to pull back. The spike is with them. And this operator is a threat. Each and every time there's a scoped weapon in B main, Muffyn just gets the kills. They're going back. The Prowler was sent though. Great cover for them.
Muffyn has been landing her shots when it matters most as well. Now her position might be a little bit weakened, but it's not too bad because she still has the angle towards B main. Enerii pushing up. She tries to make it a bit of a B split. Denies that trademark, but that's her position given away now. Muffyn goes in for the shot. Falls back, dark cover. Uprooted now, and that's going to be AECL denied any form of entry. Round 10, and they have no choice but to save Donut. Oh, this is...
They immediately concede just one dark cover, and an operator waiting for them behind that smoke lets them decide, okay, let's just... Even if X10S just pushes it forward one box,
ooh,
it's still their advantage. And a rare miss, though, for Muffyn for that operator.
There's a nice support from Polly to take out the Prowler, though.
Yeah.
It really is like chess, because the pawn gets taken out, but then you have the rook behind it to you know, cover the additional flank. This time around, it's going to be AE Celeste trying to go in faster than before. Polly, though, suddenly able to anchor and hold her own. She takes out a quick double. Ayumi goes in for the trade and wants to pick up her fallen teammate. Can she actually do it, though? The Nebula allows her to do it, but Alyssa now goes in for the swing. We also have babytz from behind. Iceberg has to spray and transfer, but no! Unfortunately, the bank...
It's easy to come in from short,
you want
get
to
the
play?
kill,
Let's play.
not allow AECL much more space. That is so great from X10S.
It's just unbelievable. I mean, this is the strength of this double Sentinel setup. I do wonder how effective it's going to be once they swap sides, though. This is the last round of the first half. And clearly, going fast is not the answer for Alter Ego Celeste. They try to hold down towards middle, but then Muffyn just gets a little bit cheeky. Takes off one.
They're so comfy in this map. And look at this. They're pushing forward. Pop Flash comes in, but Ayumi gets a kill against Polly. This is good. This is good for them because they're able to regain B main control. But Muffyn is still lingering with that operator. And enerii shuts her down, though. That's a great pickoff.
Look at the mini-map. We've got a little bit of a flank being set up. babytz is the only one in front. Alter Ego Celeste, they have to know this. They have to go in fast. Or at least someone to stab off their careers. JinNy, a quick double, and then babytz back in from the front. You are completely surrounded, completely turned around. And it's an 8-4 at the end of the first half.
That was an explosive one. We expected AECL to be the one bringing us the bomb, but no, X10S keeps on stealing these rounds.
How do we deal against a team that does not have a duelist? It's already a bit of a possible telling, a weakness perhaps. Still, X10S, I think their whole plan is to expect pushes coming in from AECL. Dark cover just to smoke off A short, and it might allow them to slip in through the middle.
Yeah, but there's a crack here, and it's mid. The Prowler checks, and they hear that that's a chamber, so possibly no trademark there in mid. And they come in here, and enerii is smoked off as well, so no information, even if she jump peaks off of mid, and that stone pillar there. Everybody else for X confirms that enerii was there, but they can regain that space.
Regain it they will. X10S, they're suddenly making the mid-round adaptation to head towards A short instead. Perhaps just deleting that trademark. They think they're selling a bit of a fake. Alluka, unfortunately, turned around the other way. It's going to be down to enerii to find something, and she does get one, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. The spike will be planted pretty soon. Her teammates a little bit slow to arrive.
Spike planted.
Yeah, they just have to take it slow and steady, just like the retakes that they were known for to win each and every time. Even if they're at a man disadvantage, they're still able to recover, right? They have all of the utilities that they need. They do have the stars from Ayumi. Iceberg, though, I'm not too sure if she has enough for this retake, so they just have to go and try. They have to take out. They get the first kill against both. Muffyn responds with 2, taking down Iceberg and enerii, and that's the
covering an open angle.
Now they're so proactive with taking these angles now. enerii has pushed up so far onto mid, and these stars now align. The nebulas cover Alyssa's sights. So they expect, okay, there might be a push there. Give signal to the rest of the team members of X10 S, but they fix their eyes on A yet again. This time through A main.
Curious about this. I mean, there was an early push down the middle, but then enerii instantly went back towards defender spawn. Perhaps it's a way of baiting X10S to go in for the A hit so that they would run straight into this 5-stack on the A site.
Definitely a great bait. The haunt comes in, no information gathered. Alyssa takes the first kill against enerii, but it's going to be a bait setup. It's a stack here in A. Ayumiii does come in, gets a kill with this. Just one mistake there. X&S delivers the kills. The Spectres disrespecting A. Damage is being done by X&S.
Sometimes it just comes down to the off-timed pushes. It's a little bit of copium, but I'm with you, Donut. I do believe that ACL can bring this back off of pushes like those. Yeah, they're able to gain a little bit more A main control with Alluka inside of Wine. Rest of X10S, though, going for the same A split. nabbsky seemingly aware of this. Holds Garden. Oh, but they checked for info.
Yeah, even information there for the Prowler. It's good because nabbsky is going to be proactive with this flash. It doesn't spot anybody else. The haunt comes in, instantly destroyed, denying AECL further info. But that is not going to be denied at all. Suppression as well for JinNy. But they play back. You want to go back B instead.
30
and
seconds
there's
left.
just one defending it. It's enerii though.
It's a good angle as well. They might not expect this. And she has her rendezvous at the ready. She's not blinded, so she sprays away, but no frag gathered. Instead, it's going to be 2 players from Alter Ego Celeste that fall. And all next NS, they have the initiative. They will be able to get the spike planted.
10 seconds left.
They see a little bit slow on the rotation through. nabbsky's the only one on site. She takes out the turret. Able to force that nanostorm to be activated. Clears out B main as well. So they might be able to push in together from this point on. And be able to give them a little bit more space as well. That time they can push in together. Fragment, block it off. The rest of them now only able to go through the lane. Spraying through the smokes though. Hiding inside of the smokes. X10S ever so sneaky still.
It was just information if they were already close. So her position is going to be important. And for the rest, I mean, missed shots for AECL, probably the pressure coming in for them.
They are feeling it, to say the least. And enerii, though, still landing shots, able to tag Alyssa down to 50 HP. A little bit more mid-presence now, and it's a question for X10S. Do you want to peek this? Do you want to push this? Instead, they're holding the default and getting healed up instead. I mean, I'm totally with you, Donut, because it's so much disbelief in seeing this form of Alter Ego Celeste, but also just how incredibly sharp and smart X10S are about playing in these rounds. The Spectres from before and now upgraded into rifles, they have so much freedom. Yeah, maybe they don't want to peek mid, but they surely will be able to just push in together on a single site and overrun those defensive positions.
Yeah, and I love how they're just waltzing in, right? Just a guiding light. A Prowler as a follow-through. But enerii, though, a great one because there's nobody watching the flank anymore. But the site has been lost. The plant is coming down. They don't really have the best weaponry. And take note, they actually force-bought this round. They're banking on the chance to win this. And then if match point comes in, they don't really have enough.
Match point comes in. The best they can hope for are what? Spectres, Sheriffs, Stingers perhaps even. This is not going to be good unless they win out of this round. A perfect pop flash to start things off, and the dominoes will fall. The rest of them head in towards the site, leaving JinNy alone, hiding around the boxes now at 30 HP. They know she's there. They run in. They pre-fire. and they claim back the round. We are not done yet.
Not yet done. They place their bets. In terms of if it's not going to be proactive for AECL, X10S, they're just going to find pieces of map control that they will take away from AE.
I mean, they definitely are able to take whatever AE gives them right now in the form of B main, still at the top of mid. Similar to what we saw from before.
That works.
And also just ACL trying to tag them up or gather as much information as possible. It's always what Enerei's trying to do towards middle that catches my attention, because she was the one who was able to get the first pick to delete that lurker from before. But this time she's been smoked off.
Yeah, once that smoke dissipates, she might have the timing. But they've already
got your trail.
They're already here in short. Alluka sends over that boombot, but immediate Seeker sent her way to prevent her from throwing anything else towards short. The Eisberg even gets a lot of damage. Alyssa with the first kill against Enerii. They did not expect a whole cavalry being sent through, but Ayumii's just here. Is she gonna wait for the TP to come in? This is great for AE. They just have to find the timing. Nabbsky with the first kill against Polly, and now the smoke's gone. It is her time to shine. But Ayumiii, with the opportunity, she does still get the kill. When Muffyn strikes, and the kills come in for X10S so quick.
Their economy not good whatsoever.
X10S, they're getting ready. They're unfolding the flag at the moment. And they're getting ready to bring that goal and wave it all together, because Ascent was supposedly AECL's map. They selected this for a reason, probably because they won against Zomeraki.
Satchel out.
But they did not expect this selection. They did not expect X10S to just be playing together like a team.
And it's such a cohesive team as well. Not a single gap. Not unless, they get a little bit overconfident at times, but right now it's just such great reads at how the game is unfolding. Not peeking into A main, and Nere's gonna have to find a different angle for a tour de force to be effective. And this time, so many smokes.
Enemy suppressed.
X10S are making use of these to set up for positions, to set up for split pushes in towards the B site. B main though, that's the one thing that they gotta consider, but now what mid-round adaptation again. They bait the rotations over, and then they hit over onto A.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, the good thing about this is Alluka pushed forward. She was so tempted to do that earlier on. Now the showstopper comes in. Even the tour de force for Enerii, catching him with ultimate, giving impact. But Polly, the impact of this round is so great for her. She tries to retreat, but she doesn't do. Oh, she does.
But she doesn't have time to plant.
3 killed.
Instead, they're just going to hold and save and get some frags somewhat towards the exit. But you have to consider, again, Donut, this...
Now that their economy is kind of back at the moment, they have the Bulldogs. They won almost thrifty round earlier, so I think they have what it takes to win this. It's just also the advantage of the first kills. AECL... They haven't really been proactive except for the last round, right? And that's why Alluka's pushing forward together with Ayumiii here.
Going for a sudden push off the recovery of the star. They managed to catch JinNy off guard. And that's also a sudden decision from X10S to push straight through market. What they don't know is that Enerei's inside of B main. She swings out for a quick triple kill. The hat trick pulled off, leaving Baby TZ alone. A bit of a swing though. And then she comes out both ways. What a trade. She has her Seekers. She is alone and she gets the spike down, but how does she deal with a 1-on-3? Can she really isolate these duels? Because they are very aware of how she's playing this. It's peeked outside the stairs, and that's going to be Eisberg pushing her back down to where she came. That's why they have to be extra careful about how they maneuver around the map. Back into A main this time. The star's set up for it. But it's also X10S going back to their default.
This might be the start of AECL's comeback, right? Because X10S forcing a buy with the Bulldog half armor If AECL gets this win, then X10S is forced to be on Eco again, and AEC Celeste, they have their economy refreshed. X10S gets punished there. Paulie was so out in the open, and enerii was just so quick to rendezvous. No trades come in.
A single star in the sun push. That's what enerii does best. That said, though, Muffyn with her tour de force is very, very threatening right now. Alter Ego Celeste, they have to make use of utility instead to push her off. And that's what they've done with Ayumiii and the stars. Nebula up, and it kind of herds X10S down towards Pizza. So this time, Alter Ego Celeste are the shepherds.
30 seconds
the other way around now, with just the smokes.
Enemy suppressed.
And if they lead them in towards B, it's going to be another nabbsky.
Down mid.
Iceberg hold. And they get the kills. Iceberg already gets one, but as deadly as Muffyn can be with his turn of force, she is displaced. Alluka comes in with the satchel play and delivers the 8.
I love that peak. That is a Ferrari peak if I've ever seen one. Just
goes zooming in.
And it really is this way that Alter Ego Celeste needs to play. They managed to keep and somewhat control X10S's economy, and it's also just them being able to push them around, funnel them into towards the positions that they want them to be in so that they are set up for these frags. Back into it again, and now Alter Ego Celeste, knowing that they're on an eco, they are getting aggressive. enerii, what are you doing pushing up cat like that, girl?
She says, it's okay having a Nebula here from Ayumiii, so
All right.
I got this covered. But, I mean, it's going to be a false sense of comfort for her with just one smoke protecting her.
She's getting information onto tiles.
Yeah. But at least the confidence is there. We've only seen enerii push up mid 3 times on attack, when in fact she usually does this as a jet.
Yeah, in the past. Now with the new structure, she does have brilliant angle towards tiles. She gets one, instantly TPs away because of the player, Alyssa, towards top mid. This is great information for Alter Ego Celeste and a great setup for Ayumiii to go in for that quick spray transfer. 2 headshots plus a third coming in from nabbsky to nab her victims. Alter Ego Celeste slowly but surely clawing their way back into the game.
Yeah, if it's going to be slow and steady for X10S, and AECL, they can do the same. And they've already had these wins, right, that caused X10S to be on a save, to be on an eco, for them to get that advantage. And the mountain is getting less steep for them to climb because they're down to a 3-point lead. And X10S, according to the interview, right, their mental game wasn't as strong from before. That's why they have a new coach. They have these timeouts now to really discuss what's currently happening in the map. And I'm afraid that might be another case of this happening to them again.
Oh, you might be right. It's one of those things where the wins and losses, if you're on a losing streak, sometimes they start to feel down and they just cease communicating. And that's something that really hurts them in the long run, because communication and the passing of intel, that's what really gives them the presence that they have on the map. X10S on the attacking side, without the duelist, it's a little bit tougher for them. And with these losses, it compounds, it makes them feel worse. They have to go in together as a team, and that's what we're seeing from them, pushing through garden this way. What they don't know, though, is enerii's behind them. She does not miss the shot. She gets it and rendezvous to the top of heaven. The entire team is here to play as well, but Spike gets planted regardless. Alter Ego Celeste now. They have to work together as a team. enerii, her operator, is not that effective during a retake.
Yeah, definitely. And with the post plants that X10S have been pulling off, they're so quick when it comes to the trade. So this is going to be quite scary, not unless AECL are able to isolate. Yes, one is already isolated with that Nebula, but Wally also uses her eyes from behind, but Alluka just jumps in. They get and string in the kills in their favor, and JinNy has a cavalry waiting for her. Ashton does come in, enerii is not phased. She brings in another warning shot just to pose a threat. The Seekers come in and it's instantly destroyed.
Oh, wow. And this is how XNS claims the site. What's more interesting is that they have Alyssa lurking towards Catwalk. That's going to be a potential flank as they try to push in towards HR. But look at that coming in from Eisberg. She uses a Prowler to call it clear. And that pushes Alyssa all the way back towards A main. This is going to be a linear firefight now. Guns versus guns, and Alluka's trying to gain a head start onto this, but only takes her out midair. enerii and the rest of them push in together off of this now, spraying down the site, spraying down Generator, leaving Muffyn alone towards B main. Pushed off the angle as well, thanks to the fragment grenade, allows for enerii to set up the perfect pin.
They played slow. AECL just immediately had, a semblance of how they would want to counter this. But that fast take for Muffyn there in mid, that wasn't expected at all. That's why they got the first kill. But now,
Great.
enerii with that peak.
Where's Paulie? Should he towards Generator? Okay.
30 seconds.
And all of a sudden, the dark cover just blocks enerii off. She rendezvous to the top of heaven. Still has 2 rounds left for this tour de force, but they have to pull off the same style strategy. Look at the crossfire this time from X10 though. Showstopper is not effective. nabbsky going in, trying to spray out. The trades are going through, and baby TC can't do all that much on her own. The storm is approaching, and alter ego Celeste will deny the win from XNS, pushing us into overtime.
They were just like angels falling from the heavens, ensuring that the guard is down. And now it seems as if it was just a big climb. They managed to get to overtime.
Oh my god, how many rounds is that in a row? The comeback. 5 rounds in a row.
6. It was a 12-6.
I can't even count anymore. But this is the alter ego Celeste. This is them rising from the ashes like...
The timing wasn't in their favor. XNS just was more proactive in terms of finding that for them.
Oh, this is very curious.
Fast mid play though.
Trap destroyed.
Really fast. But also relinquishing control over B main to XNS. 2 players now holding this. They might just be able to push in, but they've already lost 1 player in the form of enerii as well. That's going to be a big problem. Alluka straight in towards logs now, trying to hold, trying to bait out a peek. Not to mention, we still have Eisberg holding pizza as well. It's going to be very curious how JinNy thinks about this. The rest of them, it's just a little bit of control. It's not enough for them to actually go into sight. In fact, they are kind of pinned down because of this.
Yeah, the pincer might hurt more than the punch, right? Especially with how they're positioned. It's not entirely the best scenario for alter ego Celeste. But maybe them faking it out, JinNy working a little bit back here might be the strategy of AE Celeste now to come in the B site.
30
they slowly
seconds.
do that. Satchel out.
Ooh. They have to go in together, clear boathouse, and they do it together.
Teleport's gone.
Spike trying to get planted pretty soon. Ayumiii still on a huge lurk coming in from the side of tiles. Eisberg to watch Pizza Market, but unfortunately she gets taken out. Here comes Ayumiii now. She has to time this very well. If not, she's going to peek straight into Alyssa's crosshairs. The rest of them trying to anchor down the site. Goes in, gets the strafe shot. JinNy all alone now. You might be the leader, but can you really clutch this all on your own? Able to take out 1, but that's all she gets. Might just see the end of this map.
Conversion, but Alluka here throws in the paint shells. But the Bernhard comes in, Muffyn!
Oh, down
But
mid.
Alluka, satchel kill. A rare sight to see, actually.
Asta's gone.
And it's this fast play that allows for X10S to get quick control over Market and straight into the B site. nabbsky has to anchor this. The pop flash goes through, but it won't be enough because Alyssa is there to trade. Back to a 2-on-3 now. And Iceberg and enerii have to do this together. Enerii down to 50 HP though. 2 bullets and she's dead. She's got the operator, but not quite an angle. Look at how X10S are holding this. 1 in boathouse, 2 on site, watching both stairs as well as lane. It's gonna be tough. She has to be careful. She is, but no, still down to 1 HP. At that point, it's just so darn vulnerable. And as an operator as well, you are so stationary, scoped in. Iceberg kind of has to do this on her own, but unfortunately she gets deleted just by Muffyn swinging out. The boathouse position's too strong, and we will go into OT2.
As opposed to preferring to buy that rifle and just go ham, right? Because it was at a disadvantage. It might be a strong weapon, but for a retake, not so much.
Yeah. I feel like it's stronger when X10S are playing that slow push, but that time, X10S were going for the fast mid push, similar to what Alter Ego Celeste did, actually. So I might just prefer to see enerii on a rifle next round, but then again, it comes down to this one first. Alter Ego Celeste needing to find some kind of a safe entry. They're playing back to the previous style, a slow A-split push, because A-site is completely fortified by Killjoy utility.
And this has been the mistake of AECL for the past first half, right? They want to make sure. Quick entry. JinNy gets the first kill though. Oh. But immediately Alyssa here as the anchor. She is the elephant in the room, and thank God she's here.
Completely addressed and completely welcomed. It's going to be Alter Ego Celeste claiming the site now. Boombot gets additional information as well as babytz has to shoot it down. Sends in the guiding light though, and Alluka's watching it. She goes in, able to take out the 1, and then nabbsky.
How they've managed to collect their ultimates just in 1 round, right? It means an orb for Iceberg, 3 kills for Alluka.
It's been these attacking rounds, and it's great, but that said, overtime means they reset every single round, and now X10S trying to do the same thing that Alter Ego Celeste did to them previously. A split push, but this time it's information gathered and also getting information short. That leaves A main, but also a 2-for-1 trade, meaning that X10S are a little bit less fortified now. They might have the site, they might have some post-plant positions, but they do not have the numbers.
Yeah, they don't. And they also have to expect all of the utility being thrown at them. Polly responds, babytz as well, but it's just 1, and Ayumiii punishes babytz for being so out in the open just to try and deliver the kills.
Classic.
But AECL signed, sealed, and delivered for Ascent.